Good afternoon, guys. This is Zilo from the Zilo Tech channel. With the last video I posted on the channel, you guys gave it good reception with the destination. So I had Tokyo and France. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rebuild that website. So what are we building? We are building 3 web pages. The home page, the first destination, and the second destination. My choices were Paris and Tokyo in Japan. France, Paris, and Tokyo in Japan. So the first thing we do, by the way, this is my website, but we're gonna start fresh so that you do know what to do. So you're gonna go new folder. Then the folder name, I am going to name it places. Places, just like that. I am going to name it places because that's what we're working with, places, nah? So I'm going to go to my Visual Studio Code. I'm going to close the welcome page. First thing we do is we open our workspace. So we click File, Open Folder. Now we navigate to where our folder is saved, which is desktop. Now. So we click desktop. We look for places there. Perfect. This one. What did I say we are doing? We are creating 3 web pages. The home page, destination 1, and destination 2. Destination 1 in my choice or my preference is France, Paris. Destination 2 is Tokyo and Japan. You guys can be South Africa, America, and the UK. It does not matter as long as you do the task. So first thing we do is, you remember, we need to create a file. So this one I'm going to name it home.html. Now then I'm going to hit enter. While that's creating, I can create the second one, which is going to be what did I say? Tokyo, no? Tokyo.html. Tokyo.html. Then the next one is going to be France. France.html. Perfect. Then I'm going to hit enter. That is done. We did the first part, which is create the 3 separate web pages. Now, let me increase the font real quick. I'll be back. Yeah, so we're back. Remember, the first thing we always do is generate the basic template of any website. How do we do that? You hold down Shift and you press the 1 key to get the exclamation mark. Then you're going to hit enter. Then you're going to do the same for Tokyo. You're going to hold Shift and press 1 to get the exclamation mark. Then you hit enter. You're going to do the same thing for France. Hold down Shift and press exclamation mark to generate the basic template of any website. Then you hit enter. Perfect. Remember, to save is Control S. We're going to do the same here. To know that it is saved, this white dot on top there disappears. Do you see it appears? If we Control plus S, it should disappear. Perfect. So we have done the first 2 steps, creating the 3 separate web pages. And the second step is putting the boilerplate code, which is this one. So Tokyo, France, and home. Perfect. So what is our home page doing? It is just a place where we can see the links to the other web pages, which is the Tokyo and the France. So our home page is going to help us navigate to Tokyo or to France. Now, so the first thing we do is we change the title. I'm going to change this title to home. Home, maybe home page. Perfect, I've changed it to home page. That's done. For Tokyo, I am just going to name it Japan, Tokyo. Tokyo, Japan. Very beautiful. Same with France, the city of love. Well, not the city, the country of love. And Paris is the city of love. I'm going to name it France, Paris. France, Paris. Perfect. I'm going to click Control S to save. And I'm going to move back to my home page because this is linking to the other pages. So for the what do I say? For the sake of testing, I am just going to quickly change the background color so we see that there is a difference when we're navigating to see that our links are actually working. So what do? I'm gonna type bg color equals to, maybe I'll make Tokyo. I assume Tokyo is full of neon lights, so I'm gonna say maybe light blue. I hope that's a color in HTML. For France, I am thinking I think blue. No, not blue. Let us use maybe red. I think that's okay. So Tokyo, blue, France, red. Then for the home page, I'm not going to change much there, but I am going to put my H1 tag. Then I'm going to say, welcome to my home page. Perfect. Welcome to my home page. You can actually increase the size and the font. You can actually increase the font size of this, and I'll show you how in a bit. So we need to test that this works. But the first thing we do is we need to create a link to take us to the Tokyo page and the France page. How do we do that? We use the A tag, ahref. So VS Code makes it super easy. You're just gonna press A, then you're gonna hit enter, then it generates that for you. Super easy. So what am I gonna do? I am going to link my Tokyo first. So Tokyo dot what dot html. It even tells you there, Tokyo dot html, this one. Then I'm gonna hit enter. Perfect. Then I'm gonna say visit our Tokyo page. Visit our Tokyo page. Perfect. I am going to do the same thing for the other one, which is France. So I'm going to click A, then I'm going to hit enter. Now, this is already suggesting for me, so I'm going to type France dot HTML. Perfect. Then in between, I am going to type visit our France homepage. Visit our France homepage. I didn't even see there was an error there. My bad. Visit our France webpage. So what are we gonna do? We need to test. Like I said in the previous video, I have noticed that people are unable to run without debugging. That is not an issue. This is the second method, or the second way you can run your program successfully. What you do is you minimize, you look for your folder. In this case, mine is named places. I am going to open places. Now I am going to look for my folder called home, and I am going to click home. Basic website. Visit our Tokyo page, visit our France page. Basic, guys. Welcome to my home page. Perfect. Now what do? We need to, let me just start editing a bit. So I'm gonna go back to my Visual Studio Code. Then I want to center this. So I'm just gonna type center. Then my H1 tag, I am going to copy, I'm gonna cut it, then I'm going to paste it here in between. Perfect. Then I'm going to Control S to save. If I go back to my website and I refresh, there, it should be in the middle. Let's say I wanted space in between visit our Tokyo page and visit our France page. I wanted them one beneath in each other. I can use what we call a BR tag. BR. I just hit the BR tag. I click Control S to save. I go back to my page and I refresh. Would you look at that? They're below each other, but I think they're a bit too close. Yeah, they're a bit too close. We need to we need to do something about that closeness. So we're just gonna add another BR tag for break, nah? BR for break. Then I'm going to refresh. Would you look at that? Now there is space in between these two. Another way is adding space, but this is okay for now. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. There's something called an HR tag, heading ruler. So a heading ruler is just a line in between your page. So let's say I wanted to add a line. Maybe I wanted to add a line going from here all the way to the end here. I use the HR tag. So I'm going to type HR. Then I'm going to hit enter. Beware, the HR tag and the BR tag do not have closing tags like the A tag and the rest of them. They are self-closing. You do not close them. You just leave them as is. So if I go back to my web page and I refresh, I should have a line. Do you see that line appears? Going from the left to the right of my page. We can change the color of this. So let's say I want to make it red. So I'm going to type color equals to red. Then I'm going to go back to my web page and I'm going to refresh. And it should turn to red. I think we're on the right track so far. One more thing I want to do is center these links. So I am going to center these links. How do we do that? We can just close the center tag at the last thing. So I'm going to cut it. Then here I am going to paste it. To cut is easy. To cut, you just press Ctrl X, then Ctrl V to paste. In case you missed that, I just highlight it. Then I look for cut. There, I cut it. I go to the end there and I paste. To paste is Ctrl V. Yeah, for the people that do not know shortcuts, you should learn your shortcuts. But for the sake of you guys, I'm going to right click again and I'm going to click paste. Perfect. I'm going to hit tab. Then I want these things to be indented properly. I'm going to have this one below. And I think that is perfect. So we know everything here should be centered. Perfect. So if I go back and I refresh, now all my pages are centered. My text, sorry. Welcome to my homepage and visit our Tokyo page, visit our France page. Now that is done, let us work on the Tokyo and the France page. So I go back to my Visual Studio Code. Let us work with Tokyo first. It is blue. The background is blue. So for my H1 tag, I can change it a bit. So I'm going to put H1. I'm going to say, hey there. Welcome to Tokyo. Hey there, welcome to Tokyo. Yeah. Hey there, welcome to Tokyo. I should actually watermark this. Should maybe put like Zilo. I'll put Zilo later. So let's go to France. We do the same thing. H1. And I hit enter. After I do that, I'm gonna say Zilo welcomes you to France, the country of love. Zilo welcomes you to France, comma, Paris. Zilo welcomes you to France, comma, Paris. Perfect. Now we need to check if these things actually work. So what do? I refresh. Shouldn't have. I go to visit Tokyo page. Would you look at that? Hey there, welcome to Tokyo. If I click for France, Zilo welcomes you to France, Paris. That is very nice. So we know that works. That is good. I think I want to do the same thing here. Let me center them. So I'm going to type center. Now that does not look good. So So I'm gonna type center. I hit enter. Now I want to center everything. So I'm gonna cut. In between these, I'm going to paste. Perfect. That is the same thing I'm going to do for the Tokyo page. I am going to type center. I hit enter. I cut this and I paste it in there. Perfect. How to cut is Control X and to paste is Control V. Now that is out of the way, we are getting somewhere. So just to check that it works, I am going to refresh. That works. I'm going to click back, visit our Tokyo page that is in the center. Now I am going to make these things look as similar as possible. So I am going to work smart and not hard. So I am going to just copy all of this. I'm supposed to copy the whole thing. I'm just going to copy this. Control C to copy. Just in case you do not know, I copy. I go back to Tokyo. I hit enter. And I right click and I paste. Perfect. Now that's done. I'm going to do the same thing for France. But now the trick is we need to add another one that takes us back home. So below this, I am going to have another BR. Under that, another BR. Then a tag. An A tag that's going to take me to my home page. So I'm going to type home dot HTML. Perfect. Then I'm going to say home or go back home. Go back home. Go back home. I'm going to copy and paste this for the other one, which is Tokyo. Here. Perfect. So at the end there, I'm going to hit enter. Then I'm going to Control V to paste. Awesome. Then I am going to go back to my web page and I am going to refresh. Would you look at that? That appears. Visit Tokyo, visit France, or go back home. If we click go back home, it takes us to the home page. If I visit France, it takes me to France. If I click Tokyo, it takes me to Tokyo. Perfect. We're on the right track. So what do we need to do next? We need to change the background picture. Let me show you guys a good website to get good background pictures. This is the one I personally use. I go to Pixels. I think that's how it's pronounced. But this one, I don't know if you can see this one. So I am going to click it. As I was saying, this is my website for getting good background pictures. Pixels. I think that's how it's pronounced, but that's not important. So what are we getting pictures of? The first one, which is being Tokyo. So that's the one I'm going to search. I'm going to search Tokyo. So I'm going to click there to search. Then there are thousands of pictures to choose from. It's just up to you which one you prefer. I think this one looks great. So I am going to download. I'm going to click download to take that one. Perfect, it's downloaded. I'm going to have at least 2 pictures. One for the background and one in the middle of the page. Now which one looks good? Let's see. This is actually beautiful. So I am going to take that one and this one. This is also nice. Japan's actually a very beautiful place. So I'm going to click download. Now this is very slow Wi-Fi, but we have to manage. Okay, so I have downloaded my 2 preferred pictures for Tokyo or Japan. Now I'm going to do the same thing for Paris. Paris in France. So I'm going to type Paris. Paris. My internet's a bit slow, but we should get there. So for Paris, these are beautiful pictures. I'm going to take the Eiffel Tower. That is okay. And what is the last one? I am going to take this one. I think this is evening time. People are getting back home. Very beautiful. Oh, this one. These are all good pictures. But I think I'll take this one. And that is downloaded. Perfect. They're all downloaded. So, how do I get my pictures? Everyone was asking. Very easy, guys. Very easy. So, here, I've just minimized everything. Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure that all my pictures are inside this folder. Are we understanding? I want to make sure that all my pictures I am using is inside this folder. One thing I did not mention before is you can create another folder in this folder named images. In this images folder, look at this. Places, this is the folder we created earlier. If I open places, I have another folder named images. So I have just downloaded pictures. I should find it in my downloads. I see all 4 of them. I select them. I copy them. I go back. While I go back here, I go to my images folder. I open it and I paste. Right click, paste. Now I see all my 4 pictures. Now, as you can see, these picture names are ridiculous. These are very long names. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it. So this one I'm going to name it Tower. This one I'm going to name it France. By the way, to rename is you just right click, rename. This one is going to be Tokyo. See, the names are very short and rememberable. Well, you can remember them. Pronunciation. This one, if that one is Tokyo, maybe I'll just name this one Tokyo 1. This one is Tokyo. This one is Tokyo 1. France Tower. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So now we go back to our page. We go to our Tokyo page. Let's start there. So for my Tokyo page, and if you did the right things properly, you should see a folder on your left named images. I am going to expand and you can see your images right there. So for this one, I am going to now put the pictures of Tokyo on this website. So how do I do that? For my body, I want to change the background. So I'm going to type background equals to quotation marks. What is the name of the background? Let us see which one we have chosen. I think I'm going to use this one with nice neon lights. So I'm going to go back there. Then I'm going to type Tokyo. Tokyo.jpg. It literally says .jpg at the end there. There's a problem. Before we do that, we need to put a slash images. Images/Tokyo, or it will not work because it's in another folder. So we're going to type images/Tokyo.jpg. Perfect. Now, before we move too far, let us do the same thing for France. quick one. I just want to see which picture we're going to use. So we're going to use the folder, the picture named France. I go back. I'm going to go to body. I'm going to type images slash. Oh, sorry, my bad. I need to type background first. Then I'm going to type images slash France. Perfect. Background equals to images slash France. I am going to Control S to save. I go back to my website, which is here, and I refresh. There is an issue. The picture is a bit too large. You can download a smaller one, which I am not going to do because that takes a lot of searching. But you can also resize the picture, which is a video for another day. But yes, just download a smaller picture. I will resize this one and show you guys how to resize in another video. I cannot do that here. It's going to become too long. So I'm going to do the same thing for, I assume this is the Tokyo page. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the France page. That is not bad. The background picture is not bad. It's not as bad as the Tokyo one, but that's not a big problem. We go back to our home page. Should be plain and simple, but we can add a picture just to show that this is for this and that is for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that. I'm going to go back to home. Now, I am going to have my HR tag move from down there just beneath my H1 tag. Guys, don't forget we are coding on the go. So I just removed the HR from there to there. There. Just remove HR from here, bring it up there. So what I can do here is I can add the picture. So the user can see what Tokyo kind of looks like and click it. So I'm going to type IMG. Then I'm going to hit enter. Then the source is Tokyo. Tokyo 1. Save. Go back and I refresh. Yeah, that picture is way too big. We can fix the size with width. Maybe let's see 400. And the height, let's say 300. Width 400, height 300. Control S to save. I go back to my website and I refresh. Would you look at that? The picture has resized. I think this is fair. This picture size is good. Now we just need to put this link above. Let us see how we can achieve that. The link is technically above. Let me put a BR tag here. Let's see. So I'm going to refresh. Would you look at that? That works. So we're just adding a BR tag in between image and the link, so we can have them beneath each other. So that's the same thing we're going to do for France. IMG SRC images France 1. Unfortunately, we do not have a France 1, or do we? We have tower. Tower. We're going to look for tower. Perfect. We're going to do the same thing for the width. 400 and height 300. Width 400 and height 300. Forget about the alternative text. We're not doing that for now. It's not important. So if I go back here and I refresh. Oh, we have the same issue. So we need to put the BR tag just up in between these two. I'm going to type BR, hit enter, Control S to save, and I refresh. Then there, I think this looks pretty nice. Visit our Tokyo page, visit our France page. So for the welcome to my page, maybe we can download a picture for the background. But in my opinion, this is good enough. So what I'm going to type is website background. Then I'm going to hit enter. Anyone that comes up first, I'm taking. Yeah, this color looks okay, so I'm taking this one, which is just plain blue. Okay, that's downloaded. I go to my downloads. I find my picture there. I copy it or cut it and I paste it here. This one I'm just going to name it back. Then I hit enter. So I go back to my web page. It back should be added there. I go here and I type background. It's already suggesting. So I'm gonna type images/back.jpg. Back.jpg. So if I go back to my website and I refresh, my background color has changed. Perfect. Now someone in the comment section asked me, sir, how do we change the color of this tag? Welcome to my homepage. Very easy. We use something called a font tag. So how do we do that? We're just going to open a tag called font. Now we are going to put this H1 tag in between font. So in between there, going to save. Then here I'm going to type color equals to white. Font color equals to white. Control S to save. Go back to my web page and I refresh. And it should turn to white. Welcome to my home page. It is white. Now I added some nice animations in the previous video where I made the welcome to my home page move from right to left. So how do we do that? We use something called a marquee tag. So I'm going to type M-A-R-Q, marquee or marquee, depends on how you pronounce it. Forget about behavior. It's not important. Direction is also not important for now. Then now I need to cut everything and paste it in between this marquee tag. Just so you see, I paste it there. So everything is in between the marquee tag. If I go back to my web page and I refresh, my welcome to my home page should be moving from right to left. Perfect. If I click visit our Tokyo page, I can clearly see my Tokyo page. If I go back home and I visit my France page, I should be able to visit my France page. Now let us quickly add pictures in the center here and France page, Tokyo page, and here. Let us add them right now. Then we end the video there. So where are we adding it? We are adding it below this. So I also want this to be centered. So I am going to type in my Visual Studio Code. I am going to type IMG. This is my Tokyo page. So I'm gonna use Tokyo 1. Control S to save. I'm gonna do the same thing for France. Inside the center, I'm gonna type IMG SRC. Then France, I am going to use tower. Tower.jpg. Save. Oh yes, I forgot. You need to type images first. Then you need to put a slash. Same thing there. Images/Tokyo 1. I refresh. Picture's a bit too big. We're gonna fix that now. Then if I go to France, same thing. Picture's a bit too big, but we can fix that. So how do we fix it? We are going to type width equals to we agreed 400, and the height equals to 300. Same thing here. Width 400 and height 300. Perfect. Go back there. I think I need to add that out back. Sucks. Okay. Control S to save. I go back to my web page and I refresh. Would you look at that now? France, the tower picture is in between or in the middle of my web page. If I click Tokyo, that is the same thing right there. So we need to just change the color here and we are done. We need to add the BR tag there. BR save. BR save. So font color, we need to change font. Color. Color equals to white. That's okay. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna put it in between there. Save. Perfect. What else? We need to do the same thing for the Tokyo page, I assume. Font. Color. It needs to be space. Equals to white. Then we need to cut and paste this in between. Perfect, that is done. We go back to our website and we refresh. That is white. We're at the Tokyo, so we go back to France. That is also white. Zillow welcomes you to France or Paris. Go back to our home page, and that is moving from right to left. We can visit them here, or we can visit it here. That is it for today's video, guys. I know it's very lengthy, but hopefully it explains a lot for you. Thank you guys very much. If you have questions, do make sure to ask. I receive thousands of questions, so if I delay, just have some patience because there are a lot of people also wanting answers. Thank you guys very much. This is the end of the video. Don't forget, if you have more questions, comment them down below in the comment section or DM me straight on WhatsApp. Bye. Cheers.